All right, guys, welcome back to another fun episode of Hashtag FML. You got your host here, your boy Pedro, and once again, we got my man, TJ, the Guido, and we got my man over here, Big Muscle. My neck is hurting right now, Jay Styles. And once again, welcome to our episode of Fitness, Motivation, Lifestyle, bringing you that awareness to conscious self and subconscious self, bridging that gap with fitness. All right. So, today we're gonna kind of have a little bit of a free conversation, right? Decided to make this a little bit light. We want to make some free conversation. One of the things we want to kind of discuss and talk about today was, we want to talk about just, self-care. Just being consciously aware of who you are, where you are, and more importantly, who you're around, right? So, one of the things I got to talk about, because this I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This hit me hard this week, right? Like I was with a couple of clients, and I was on the floor, and man, this hit me hard. I mean, I got a whiff of somebody, bro. I thought something resurrected from the dead, and I was like, wow. I was like, what was that? And my client said, I can't smell it. My nose is clogged. Like, lucky you, because when I smell it, it's horrible. It's atrocious. It was so bad. And I gotta be honest with you, man. It's not only here. I mean, I go a lot of places, and you get these smells. I don't think people are consciously aware that they actually, body odor is major in self-care. I mean, how many of you guys, visit the nail salon, take care of your fingers, your hands,
I don't know, but yeah, my nails looking pretty clean right now.
My nails always clean. Haircuts, and facials and shaves, and just being groomed. I mean, as guys, we gotta take care of ourselves too. Girls, you too. You gotta take care of yourselves too. Like, I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you something. There was I'm not gonna call no names because we don't do that, but there are a couple of people that I know that go to the gym and they shoes smell like pure, disastrous, rotten flesh. Like, like how do you work with people and you go in and you smell like you smell that bad? Like, there's a conscious awareness you gotta have with yourself, right? And I hate to say this, but it's just one of those things. So I get it. We all have limitations at times, financial constrictions, especially in today's society, man. I totally get it. But the small things we can do to improve, I'm going to share some tips and some things today that you can do to help yourself, just, stay away from the scrutiny of people with their, comments and opinions about who you are. Because I know for a fact that for most of you who actually have some of these little issues, it doesn't define who you are, because you're actually great people. So, like I said, this week was rough for me. I mean, not one time, several times, I got some people with some bad stenches. It was horrible, man. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it. Yeah, so. TJ, I mean, what do you do to stay, so fine, bro? So.
What you do to stay pretty, bro?
Listen, what I do is that I make sure, like, I look good for the gym, Well, like what he said, like, these people, I'm not gonna call anyone out, but there's these people that they just don't take care of themselves, I call it a whiff, and they does not smell good at all. Like, reminds me of a Whopper Jr. from Burger King. Like, it's just, it's not good at all. Yeah, gross.
Oh, when you say Whopper Jr., that just made my stomach turn. You know what I'm saying? Where Whopper Jr. made my stomach turn.
It smells
Whopper
like onions, man. Like, it doesn't smell good. So that, like, gets me so tight, man.
Wait, are you trying to say that it reeked?
Yes, it reeked.
It reeked.
It was bad, and I'm like, yo, how do you listen, I understand we're all human, we smell, but when we go out in public, like, we gotta take care of ourselves, so that's why, when I go to the gym, I have deodorant, I put deodorant in my gym bag, just in case if stuff hits the fan, I'm prepared. I also keep gum in there, make my breath smell good, just in case I gotta talk to some broads, or some girls, sorry. So yeah, I do that, and also cologne before, that's what I like to do, put cologne on before the gym too. But that's what I do. But like that's the main issue though, just self-care, man. Like if I don't know, it just gets me so mad. Like just people walking by and they just reek, and I just get.
I mean, it's
human, bro.
I mean, listen, yeah, it's human, but it's offensive, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta think about it, right? You're literally offending other people with that, right? When you do that, you're offending people, right? You're offending people. And I'm gonna take this call real quick, actually. This is my friend. She's calling. This is the bodybuilder. My girl. She's about. Hey, Hibba, what's going on? What's up? There she is. Hey, Hibba, let me call you back. I'm actually in the middle of recording the podcast and the video for the podcast, so I'm gonna call you back. Alright, man. Yeah, so I mean, like, keeping it real, man. It's really offensive, man. You're offending people when you do that, and you really gotta stay. You gotta stay true to it, man. You gotta stay true to yourself, and you gotta remember that it's not only about you; there are other people around you as well, right? Body odors affect people, and it most certainly affects me. I mean, I got to deal with that on a regular basis, right? Now, I got to say something to you, right? I know for me personally, I don't know about y'all, but me, when I go to the gym, I'm always conscious about how I smell before I go to the gym, while I'm at the gym, and after the gym. Like, I went, perfect example, I went yesterday to a workout, and I usually carry like 3 pairs of underwears, right? This is top secret information, right? So I'm gonna keep it real, right? I carry 3 pairs of underwear. Let me tell you why. You ready for this? 1, because I sweat. 2, just in case I work out so hard I shit myself. No, I'm just kidding. No. But seriously, 1, because I sweat, right? And when I work out hard, I'm gonna sweat a lot, right? 2, because I always want to make sure I have a clean pair of underwears. And 3, after the workout, there's no little concept that if I work out hard enough, my body's still going to continue sweating even after that, right? Even after I shower, right? Your body's still going to be in that state of constant rev up, right? And as a result of that, we're going to be generating calories, and as a result of that, we're going to sweat. So I want to make sure, in case that does happen, and in case my day becomes more physical, I have, a clean, set of underwears and undershirts and stuff like that to wear on. So I always have underclothing with me at all times. Yesterday, ironically, I forgot my underwears yesterday, right? My extra pairs, right? And it's because I cleaned my gym bag out. I was trying to get out the house quick, and I forgot it. And I gotta keep it real with you, man. I was so uncomfortable yesterday, just being at work. I was just hoping that, like, I could just get through this day without having to worry about like that. Now I sweated a lot because I did a little bit of cardio for like 40 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I gotta be honest with you, I was saying to myself, I'm gonna smell, but I didn't smell, right? Because one of the things that I did was that before I put my underwear back on, I wringed it out. I wet it, wringed it out, and then put it up to kind of air dry. You know what I mean? A little bit, and then right back on because it's the dry fit ones, right? So it's moisture wicking, so it absorbs moisture, but it's not going to absorb your sweat, which has a lot of waste product in it, right? Can we not agree with that? By a little bit of biology here. That's one of the things you can do if you work out at the gym and you're short of clothes or whatever the case may be. Just take your clothes and just wring it out with clean water. You know what I mean? Let your underwear particularly, let it just air dry for a little bit. While you shower, hang it up, let it air dry. Because I'm keeping it real with you. Respectfully, it will dry faster than if you were to just simply go out just wet and drenched and you smell like a bag of gym socks that you just pulled out. So I think that's really important, man. I mean, TJ brought up a good point. Carry some deodorant with you, I mean, toothbrush. I have a whole toiletry kit with me that I carry around everywhere I go, just in case, So simple little things, man. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to buy these things either. I mean, what does a toiletry kit cost in Walmart? You used to work for Walmart, right?
Yeah, probably $10.
$10, right?
Plus tax,
right? You get a toiletry kit,
shipping and
right?
handling, all that.
Shipping and handling. We're talking about in the store, bro. We're not talking about this guy is nailing orders. This guy nailing orders. This guy, I mean, I like the idea of Amazon, but I'm not. Look, sometimes I like to go out. I like to go out and experience. Meet people, talk, right? And experience stuff. And I think that's one of the things, man.
But you put your drawers in the sauna too, like on the rocks. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Because I be seeing people going in the sauna.
I don't even go into the sauna. This man's talking about going to sauna. We're talking about body odors. You talking about going to sauna? Are you kidding me?
No, because there's some people that put their drawers in the sauna, by the rocks.
Oh no.
And they leave it to dry. And I'm looking there, I'm like, Now you say that, I thought those were your drawers, man. I don't know.
Oh man, this guy's trying to play me now. Talk about my drawers. You might want it to be my drawers. Ooh. Wait.
Nah, but going into self-care really is just like, it's about how people are gonna see you. Like, I'm not gonna be caught lacking outside. And look, I'm gonna show y'all what, y'all gotta get these moisturizers right here. The CeraVe.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I lotion up after I shower all the time. Body, face, deodorant, cologne. I always got my morning skincare routine, my late night skincare routine. Brush my teeth 3 times, cause I cannot be lacking. One thing about me is
So Jay, hold on. Let me understand. What's your skincare routine like? Talk to us about that a little bit. What's your skincare routine?
Alright, so I got this thing. It's called like, I forgot what it was called, but it's the PM. And so I take it. CeraVe, that's after.
Yeah.
So I put it on, let it dry a little bit, because it makes your skin a little dry. So then after like 10-15 minutes, then I put the CeraVe to hydrate my face again. Then after that, I let that sit on my face for a little bit. Then just pat my face a little bit with some water. It's good to go for the night. And then for the morning, I do the same thing except at AM.
And let me ask you a question. And how long does it take you to do that?
10-15 minutes.
10-15 minutes.
But it's just like, I put it on, and then I do what I have to do, then I go, put it on, then go do back what I have to do, and that's it.
And look at his face. Look at his skin. It's clear.
Nice and clean.
It's pretty clear.
But I want to add something too. This isn't like a paid promotion or anything. But there's also, talking about self-care, there's this app on the App Store. It's called Yuka, Yuka. So basically, what this app does is that you scan the barcode of products, and it tells you if it's good for you or bad for you, and it tells you all the chemicals that's in the product. So actually, CeraVe, I scanned it.
CeraVe.
Or whatever. Yeah, CeraVe, thank you. When I scanned it, and actually it comes up as bad. But
came out for good for me.
No, but it has, because it tells you like different chemicals, like it tells you, it rates it on a scale from 0 to 100, and actually this is 11 out of 100, so it's bad. But it gives you products that are really good for you. It scans everything: deodorant, food, shampoo, conditioner,
Yeah, actually,
all
as we're talking, I just downloaded it and looked it up. The app is actually called Yuka, and it's on the App Store. It's Yuka Food and Cosmetics. So you can go online and download the app, and it looks like just from the reviews, it has extremely high reviews. I've actually heard of the app before. I never really got into it, but I think really, that's a good point. I mean, that's a really good way. Look, I know Jay's talking about CeraVe. CeraVe before was extremely expensive.
Sorry.
It was an extremely expensive product before. Now it's a little bit more affordable, but a lot of these products, I mean, over the last 2-3 years, you got to understand too, with the COVID pandemic, a lot of companies also were forced to change a lot of their formulas to maintain some of the consistency. They had to, turn to alternative products, alternative ingredients to maintain the consistency of their products. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I think that we got to also remember. I don't think that a lot of these products that we once knew to be effective, highly effective, that they have, they lack the effectiveness now. I think a big part of it is just the fact that now we have, we have so much happening, right? We have obviously these factors happening. Hey Jason, isn't that a cup in my bag? What's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, man, we cool.
And so I just think that these are just a little. These guys, we're talking about parents and everything. My man got his cup right in the middle of my face. I'm looking at what's going on, but the point is that the app is really good, man. It's I have heard of it, and there's a lot of reviews. I know they did something on the Today Show on NBC some time ago on it, and you guys should check it out. Actually, like TJ said, this is not promotional. We're not trying to promote it because we don't have any promotional agreements or arrangements with these people, with the app developers. But I will tell you, it is definitely something that we should all use. Now, I know for me personally, I am actually a little bit on a higher scale of that. I like to use bee venom for facial care. Bee venom is highly expensive, and also snake venom is also highly expensive. You use it on your face. You can get it from a lot of companies. There is a company called SkinCeuticals that they do sell those products, and you have to buy the entire set to actually use it for it to be effective. And the reason why is because what it does is that it has collagen, and collagen is important to the what we call the tenacity of your skin, or the turgidity of your skin. You wanna wear that. You wanna use it. You wanna use it at least twice a day, so that it ultimately gives you the long-lasting effects. But really, the reality of the whole thing is that just taking care of your skin now leads to long-term benefits in skincare. I used to go facials all the time, deep tissue massages, deep facials, cleansing facials and all kinds of stuff, just to make sure that I'm taking out the impurities in your skin. Jason brought up a good point, night and morning. Using facial products with retinol A in it. Retinol A is obviously a compound that you utilize to ultimately help you maintain obviously the elasticity of your skin, so it doesn't fail due to a lack of collagen, right? That's what ultimately leads to that. So there's a lot of things you can do, man. Skincare is big, but hygiene-wise, smell-wise, odor-wise, there's a lot of things you can do too. The types of foods you eat, we're big in fitness, right? We're all fitness guys. Foods, man, what you eat has a lot to do with it, man. Listen, to all you people out there, Chipotle, I love you. I love you guys. Great pollo asado, I love it. It's beautiful. But I gotta be honest with you, the salt content, the sodium content in a lot of that stuff is extremely high. And look, at the end of the day, we gotta be sure that we're not eating too much of it, right? And that we're doing things in moderation. Eating a lot of vegetables and different types of foods, can ultimately lead to some of these things as well. But we want to make sure we're getting more nutrients and minerals into our diets, because that's what it all boils down to: the minerals and vitamins. If we're getting those things in our diets and on a regular basis, a lot of these other factors are not going to exist. And if they do exist, it's an indication that there's some chemical interactions happening in your body that maybe you should get checked out with a doctor or physician. So, remaining hydrated. We talk about this. Jay, how many gallons or liters of water you drink a day?
I don't know, but I try to drink a lot of water because
the man gets me sick to my stomach with water. I don't want to drink water after I look at him. The man is constantly refilling it. He's like, hold on. I gotta go fill my water bottle. I'm like, you just did that 5 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, I just drank the whole thing.
Yeah, I try to drink at least a gallon. Obviously there's a few days where I have less water, but I try to drink a lot. That's why I always carry my my hydro. Not a paid promotion again, but you gotta be drinking water every day.
Pick that up again and turn around. What's that guy name?
What?
Oh, well, turn around the other way. Oh. Young LA.
Young LA.
But he is promoting that. I'm telling you right now, he is promoting that.
Yeah.
That's all he wears.
Yeah, that's why you see my pants right here. Young LA.
The man is Young LA out.
I'm trying to get sponsored by
the man is Young LA out right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. I love their products.
But water.
Also, even when at my job, I'm always carrying this around. They're like, "What are you doing?" And my workers are older. They're like, in their 40s, 50s. They're older. They're like, "Kid, why are you always carrying your water around you?" I'm like, I gotta have water in me. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, they're saying all this stuff. But you gotta drink plenty of water. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. So we actually had we actually had a safety meeting at my job about PPE and safety, and water was on them. They're like, if it's hot out, we don't want you guys to be dehydrated. So make sure you have your fluids, your Gatorades, electrolytes, everything. So water is very important.
Yeah, man. I mean. Listen, personal care, self-care, and fitness is extremely important, right? Some of the best will tell you about that, right? Look. I could get into the science behind it, the depths of what it is. We can talk about, how it affects your hair and look. There's a lot of guys that I know that are losing hair. So to many people, that's cool, right? You might be cool with that. I'm one that's not cool with that, right? Like. I'm gonna share something a little personal with you. Last year I've been going through some issues because of stress factors with my job and just life, and then some other things been going on in my body. My hormones have been on a roller coaster for the last 9-10 months. We've been going to different doctors to kind of figure out what's been going on. I know I have not taken any steroids because I would not look the way I do, because the way I work out, you would definitely know. So let's get that idea out there right now. I did not do that, but I will tell you that I've had some changes. Stress changes a lot of factors as well too. And self-care, when we talk about it, the biggest thing I think is stress. I think even working out is stress. It's good stress, right? But we still need to take care of ourselves in that as well too, because the body's response to that is going to be a hormonal release of hormones that are there to help us release and reduce the levels of stress that we have in the body, right? And that becomes a factor affecting other very important hormones in the process of hormonal secretion. So I think the biggest factor here to really understand, the biggest point to understand here is that we really got to stay conscious on that. Being aware of your body, being aware of your space, where you are, who you are, what ultimately what you want to do is extremely important. I mean, I'm always aware of that, right? I try to always just respect other people's space and just be consciously aware of that. So, I mean, to those of you walking around there like, Pepe Le Pew, if you know who Pepe Le Pew is, I urge you to really look, to take a conscious approach to figuring out what you need to do to help yourself get better and be in shape. Like me personally, something else that you guys can do if you're struggling with some of these things is, it's simple. It's not hard. Baking soda, right? Take a little bit of baking soda, put in your sneakers, right? If you got stinky feet, that helps removes a lot of the smells in your feet when you sweat, right? It helps.
Those balls too, the smelling ball. I don't know what they're called, but they're balls, and you put them in your shoe, and it has like a lock or unlock, but it has freshener in there.
Yeah. They sell them. Yeah, they sell for sneaker fresheners. You can put them in after you work out and stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen those too. But simple things, man. I mean, a box of baking powder, baking soda costs what, like a couple of dollars. Like a dollar or two. I think it's like now maybe like $3 or $4.
Yeah,
but
plus shipping and handling.
Yeah, plus shipping and handling. But I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, you get that, so you put it in your stuff. I mean, look, small tube of toothpaste, it goes a long way, right? You don't even need toothpaste. I mean, I know, mouthwash. Just a container of mouthwash can help you. You take some mouthwash and you carry it with you, and that helps you. The Listerine strips, that acts as the same thing. For those of us that have conditions like halitosis, things that we can't control. A lot of people have conditions they can't control. And unfortunately, that's neither here nor there. That's not something that we can fault them on. But you can control, the perception by trying to stop people from seeing that raw product, right? And I think that's something that's really important. You're about to hit us with some facts.
Oh yeah, so the older Buster Bowls, they're $4.99.
$4.99 on Amazon. So, you can go on Amazon and get some older Buster Balls for like $4.99, and you put them right in your shoes and in your gym bag, and that's it. It's a wrap. I mean, it's simple. I mean, the solutions to a lot of these problems that we face is not hard. Guys that sweat a lot at the gym, for crying out loud. I mean, stop using the paper towels in the gyms and get a towel. Go to Walmart and buy a $2.99 towel and just use that. I mean, it's simple. It's a small expense, but for a long-term benefit. And guess what? You're gonna get the girls that way too, because they're gonna see you do that. They say, "Oh, this is just clean dude. I like clean dudes."
Mm-hmm.
My man is taking care of himself. I mean, so we gotta stay consistent in what we do and when it comes to these things. But I gotta be honest. I think more importantly, the key to this whole thing is gonna be really just maintaining the integrity of who we are, and understanding that we affect other people, when we fail to take care of ourselves, The other thing I want to talk about too is about self-care, something that nobody talks about, and you guys, we got to be real with this. This is a real topic actually, right? So mental health in fitness. Who talks about mental health in fitness? How many people do you know right now that are actually struggling right now because they're just seeing all these images of people that they want to be like, and they can't accomplish what those people have. They don't, because they don't understand the process. We talked about this before, and they're going through a crisis because they want to be like somebody and can't be that. How many people do you know like that?
I know a lot of people.
Guys struggle with their weight to get their weights up, right?
Ready for New Year's resolution.
Yeah, the New Year's resolutioners.
That's how they quit.
Right. You see all these celebrities come on TV, all these people on IG, they come on TikTok. December they come on, they put their campaigns out, and boom, January comes around. Everybody's not in the state of mind. Like, I'm gonna get like him by March, by April, and they don't ever get to it. As a matter of fact, all talk, or the adverse effect, right? They either put on weight, right, the wrong weight because I'm going bulk. I'm bulking season, right? Bulking season. What in the hell are you talking about? Bulk?
I'm gonna eat what I want.
I'm gonna eat what I want. I'm gonna eat.
That's an excuse though.
Yo, hold on. Hold on. I got a better one for you. My man said he smelled like a what? Like a
Whopper Junior.
Like a Whopper Junior. Yo,
Burger King.
now they look like a Whopper, not a Whopper Junior, because they've been eating all the Whopper Juniors. Now they became a Whopper, right? So the point here is that what you want to do is you want to really be aware of that, your mental state, where you are, you know. I think that's one of the things that we all shy away from talking about. You know, mental health and fitness is so serious. It can either motivate you or demotivate you. How many times do we talk to people on a daily basis, bros, and they come in and be like, yo, I'm not motivated to work out. I need you to push me. I get it. I feel you, but that's an extrinsic motivating factor. Intrinsically, you should be motivated enough to want to see yourself progress. That tells me up here there's a lot going on. That's not the only reason why people say that they're not motivated, but that's the main cause of why they're not motivated. That to me is just mind-blowing. You know, and how we get to past that, we just gotta we gotta have real conversation like this about it. You know, I think it's important that we bring these things to the forefront. You know, mental health.
Right. How many people you know always say like, oh, I feel like trash today. Like they're into lifting and everything, and they're like, oh, I don't really feel it today, or you know, oh, I was gonna hit my PR, but I'm just not going to. Like, there's a lot of people that I know, even in myself too. I'm guilty as well, but I also see that too. But all it is, it's a mindset. You know, you tell yourself you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you say I can't do it, like how I said before about bulking, you know, then I'm not gonna do it if I tell myself no. So you need to go into the gym with the mindset that you're gonna do this, even if it's a PR or if it's just a workout itself. You gotta tell yourself, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, you know, it's gonna be a good workout. You just have to have positive vibes, because if not, then you probably could hit it, but it's just not gonna be the same when you have, you know, good vibes and stuff. So
talking about mindset is important. You know, Jason is big on mindset. You know, he's big on that. He's the kind of guy that he goes out there, he does it. You know, I mean, I've seen him do that, right? But lately his mindset's been off a bit, right? We talked about that, right? There was times where his mindset was off. And, you know, it's because, you know, there's that block, you know, the block of the pains, right? This is happening to me. I don't want to go through that, right? And, you know, mental health is extremely important. I'm going to share something, if you don't mind. We had an experience, and it's a special experience because it means a lot to me. One night, and it broke him down, right? And, you know, I know he's not the kind of person to break down. That was his mental health. I was able to identify that and just tell him, bro, listen, I got you. It's okay. You know what I mean? And if we had bros or even girls who are friends who can identify those weak points, or even if we could accept that we have those weak points and just let somebody, you know, help us, you know, we wouldn't have, you know, the rise in mental illness that we do in the country and just in the world. And just, you know, people kill themselves on dumb shit, doing dumb stuff. I was there at one point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna put a shade on it. I was one of those dudes that I didn't understand life. I didn't understand a lot of things in life, and my excuse was I gotta get out of here. You know, I was uncomfortable, and the reality is that, you know, it's a process. You know, and we gotta talk to people about it. So, getting help for your mental state and being mentally, you know, fit is also part of self-care. Fitness is a holistic approach, and a big part of that is the emotional aspect, the spiritual aspect, as well as the physical aspect. When we get all those things together, the awareness aspect of it, which is the spiritual and the subconscious, then we can put all the other parts together. Then we can get the physical together, and we can get the emotional together. So, you know, once again, you know, I want to thank my guys for coming out and sharing in this podcast, and I want to thank you guys most importantly for allowing us to have this brief conversation about self-care with you. You know, we're going to have more chats and talks like this about self-care and awareness on how we can improve, you know, the fitness community. But once again, from, you know, the staff here, from us, from the guys here, we want to thank you guys again for joining us on this very special, free, open episode of #FML, which is not what you think, but it is fitness, motivation, lifestyle. And again, we'll see you guys on the next go around. Once again, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for another fun episode with